Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining me for Sunday Grounding today, and we're going to talk about COVID-19 and trauma. And the references for today are books by Lisa Lopez-Levers, Linda Shoup, Christine Sanderson, and Mark Stebnicki. So first thing is first. Let's start from the very beginning. What is a pandemic? So the dictionary defines a pandemic as a general or universal disease that affects an entire country, continent, or the whole world. So then we ask the next question, what is an epidemic? And the dictionary defines an epidemic as a disease affecting many people at a time, and it spreads from person to person, or it's a temporary prevalence of a disease. So the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic is what is called a biological disaster. And when an entire population experiences a disaster like we are, there's an intense release of emotion which can cause stress reactions. And there's a special name for this. This is called cumulative stress. So instead of feeling fear and panic as we talk through this, let's be curious and question some of the psychological and physiological effects of a biological disaster. That's a big mouthful. So question number one, what if I already suffer from a trauma-induced disorder such as PTSD? And then the next part of the question, how does this new COVID trauma affect me? So pretty important, since a pandemic or a biological disaster cannot be controlled, it can be difficult to regulate the amount of new traumatic stress. So this means that your previous PTSD responses may resurface, and you may have symptoms such as nightmares, hypervigilance, so being on edge, difficulty concentrating, irritability or angry outbursts, an exaggerated startle response, headaches, fatigue, depression, possible stomach upset or stomach issues. And you might have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia flare-ups if that's what you suffer from. So what do I do about this? What do we do? Stebnicki says that it's very important to know that stressful and traumatic events not only compromise our mental health, but our physical health as well. So what is crucial? Sleep and rest are critical for the body to help process emotional events. Regular bedtime and waking times and relaxation exercises can help you if you are having nightmares or trouble sleeping. So the next thing, physical exercise is vital in helping one stay present and to release built-up stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. That's what yoga, breathing, all of that is good for. Good nutrition is essential to nourish and support your body during stress. Healthy fats such as omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, vitamin B, and vitamin C are important for your body to function in stressful times. Even though you may crave it right now, stay away from sugar, refined flour, junk food, because it can stress your body and stress your nervous system. So it's important to eat lots of vegetables and fruits and healthy proteins, and then drink a lot of water. Another thing that is very important is a good support system. Good support network, maybe a therapist, clergy, pastor, or friend can help minimize overwhelming feelings of powerlessness and anxiety. Prayer and meditation on God's Word can bring peace and truth to your thoughts and understanding to your mind. So Psalms 23:3 says, He restores my soul. And then later on, it says, He renews my strength. So restoring and renewing. Another important thing to help move through this processing of trauma is to find a sense of purpose. what are important and realistic goals that you have for yourself during this time? So here is your hands-on exercise. You can pause this if you'd like, but go ahead and grab your journal or a paper and make your list. Make your list of your sense of purpose. What are your goals? What are your realistic goals? What goals can you set for yourself during this time? Also, pace yourself. So making small changes that make sense to you, taking it at your own pace. Super important is to find daily reasons to celebrate and write these down too. So maybe you achieved a goal, maybe it's a beautiful day outside, maybe you'll be Zooming with a friend later, maybe you will go 10 minutes without anxious thoughts, maybe you exercised for the 245th time today, maybe you just exercised for the first time, maybe you gave yourself permission to not clean your kitchen, or you cleaned your kitchen. So find your celebration. And then super important to do one thing that is classically you. What is a normal and healthy daily routine you did event before COVID-19? Let your old normal help build up and strengthen your new normal. Remember, there is no shame in your anxiety, depression, panic, feelings of powerlessness, feelings of being overwhelmed, fears of the unknown, fears of death or dying. No shame. These are normal feelings. As a trauma survivor, you might be feeling these things 100 times more than you normally do. And that is normal. The good thing is you can take your power back by implementing self-care things into your day. Remembering that you are worthy of truth. You are worthy of self-care. You are worthy of support. You do have a voice and you do have a choice. So now putting it into practice, our Sunday grounding. Maybe grab your list from earlier if you want. But beginning to bring yourself to the present and checking out your 5 senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you taste? What do you touch? What do you smell? Practice your inhalation and exhalations today. Anchor yourself in this moment. Maybe pray and meditate on the purposes that you wrote out. And then remember that you are seen, you are heard, you are important, you are valuable. And I hope that you have a blessed rest of your day. Go out and engage your 5 senses and do your grounding. Have a wonderful rest of your day.